Good morning. Good morning. Hello and welcome to the morning show. The Morning Cuppa. Come on in. Fill your cup up with some love this morning and share, share, share. That's what I'm going to do right now. So let everybody know that the cuppa is on, if I can find it. Sometimes that is the issue, is finding it to share it. But I have faith it's going to be there. Yes, it is. All right. So help me out and share the live stream. All right. So let's get the peas in here. It's Wednesday. It is our prayer day here on Cuppa. So come on in and let me know that you're here. I'm hoping that the chat's going to work this morning. We've had an issue with that lately. But I don't see anybody's comments yet. So I'm going to stay positive that it's going to be there. Jim, thank you for being here. I do know now that the comments are working and I can see who's here. Yes, those are our lovely frogs and crickets. And I think they're very happy right now because we just had a little downpour that's coming in off of the storm. Good morning, Deirdre. It is hump day. Thank you for sharing. So let's go into our hearts. Hand on your heart center. Slow down your breathing. And add in some love. That is the recipe. Slowing everything down. Connecting in with your heart. Pouring love out into the world. And who do you want to love today? Who do you want to hold in your heart and give a big old heart hug? I'm just going to heart hug all of you. Good morning, Darlene, and thank you. I did miss being here. I couldn't get a connection yesterday. Y'all know we have this storm that's passing over Hawaii right now, and it's affecting some things like phone service and internet, but so far it's been very mild effects of rain and wind, but I think today is supposed to be the day that we get the most of that. Day 184 of us saying our affirmations together, so let's say them. I am worthy. I am enough. Miracles happen to me every day. And why is it so easy? Opportunities show up everywhere. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I am a spark of the divine. And I love myself. And I love my fellow beings. So good to have all of you here. It is prayer day. If you have anything to add to our prayers, please put that in the comments so that I can add it into our prayer list. And I know we've got a lot to cover, a lot of people that are going through really some horrific stuff right now. So we lift those up that are struggling in any way whatsoever. Good morning, Leo. Thank you for being here, and so much love to you. All right, so let's do a Kuan Yin card. We haven't done one in a few days, so let's see what she has to say. And I have my Kuan Yin stone sitting right beside of me, and it's been really rejuvenated by the moon energy. All right, so Kuan Yin wants us to know the brightness of your future. Listen to your discontent, your yearning. You want something true. You should not just be quiet and get back to your day job or how things have been, as if you are making a drama out of nothing. You are meant to be moved by those feelings, to become more alive. Trust in the brightness of what is meant to be. Beautiful message from our Kuan Yin. And you pulled Uriel today. Uriel is all about grounding and connecting in with the earth. And so is our angel of the month, which we will talk about tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is Archangel Ariel. Ariel is all about nature and connecting in through nature, connecting through the animal energy and the animal kingdom and plants. So I'm in the perfect place to connect with Archangel Ariel and bring her energy forward. We'll do an attunement, alignment to her energy. I hope that you can join in tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern when we talk about Archangel Ariel. And Andrea Gregg, good morning to you. So how's everybody doing? How are things in your world? I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of anything really from this storm that's moving by us. We need the rain. We definitely need the rain here. And it's very dry at the moment. And normally we do get more rain than this in Hawaii, but at the moment it's looking pretty dry. And I go out there and talk to the plants every day and assure them that they'll be okay and that there's moisture on the way. Darlene, you're in the woods hiking. I love that. I just love it. Are you in Michigan doing that? Oh, you won't be able to watch it when we're on live. That's okay. You can get all the benefits of watching the replay. It will be on both Facebook and YouTube, and would love for you to watch it after you get off work. And it's a beautiful, beautiful energy working with Archangel Ariel. I've worked with her for many years. She actually helped me create one of the books that I wrote, the one with Karen Palmer on Time Heals for Animals. So she's been a big influence in my life. You are in Michigan at a park. Awesome. Michigan's such a beautiful place to do some hiking. So I'm glad that you're enjoying that. Anybody else? What's going on in your world? And yesterday we were supposed to have some sharing about angel stories and how angels have shown up for you in your life. But I guess nature had other plans because the connection just wasn't there for me to come on yesterday without internet. Thursday, tomorrow, is a really big day for us. It is our 5-year anniversary. And I'm going to set up the Zoom link today so that we can come on and share about the Peace on Earth tour, anything that you want to share about it, how it's affected you. what you've benefited from, and how you have grown, or how you have experienced things over the last 5 years, being a part of this family and a part of this mission that we are on. Oh, Darlene, I'm sorry about that. And yes, call on Ariel. She's the angel that can help your puppy. I had to do that when one of my cats died. They had been together for 19 years. And when my Tazzy decided to leave, it was really hard on Gizmo, and I had to really get Ariel's help to pull him out of that depression. All right, anything else? Well, we do have time for story time. If you would like to have that before our prayers today, let me pull that up for you. See what the angel message was. The song, come on. It's being very difficult. The Song That Calls Us Back. That is the name of it. Well, I'm trying, Andrea. It's not cooperating very much. Okay. I don't know what's going on with it. Close it and open it back up. Okay, now I got it. Sorry about technical issues this morning. All right, the song that calls us back. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. That's a quote from Viktor Frankl. My favorite time of day here in Hawaii is early morning. The stillness after the night's incredible chorus of nature sounds is such a contrast. The birds arrive as if awaiting their cue, ready for their moment to be acknowledged. Tiny yellow finches decorate the yard like bits of sunshine. Brazilian cardinals, with their bold red heads, perch curiously, tilting from side to side. I sit outside and meditate with them each morning, letting their songs become the background music of my prayer. But as the meditation ends, so does the gathering. They scatter to other yards. Curious about these feathered friends, I searched online and listened to the sweet song of a canary. Not even a minute passed before the birds returned, drawn by the sound they recognized. The cardinals came closer, heads tilted, searching for the source. And I thought how like us they are. We too are drawn by the sounds, the sights, and the energies that resonate with what we are seeking. Dear angels, why is it that when I can no longer control a situation, I am instead called to change something within myself? Dear ones, when your world places before you a challenge that cannot be altered by your hands, it is not punishment, it's an invitation. Life bends you toward your own inner transformation. Like the birds, you are drawn by resonance. If the outside circumstance cannot sing your song, then you are guided to shift your vibration until you can sing it yourself. In these moments, you discover that freedom was never about rearranging what is outside of you, but awakening what is within. Change of self is not defeat, beloved. It is alignment. Every surrendered control becomes an open door for peace, wisdom, and grace to enter. The angels whisper, when the winds of life refuse to shift, do not despair. You are the one invited to grow wings. In surrender, you rise. In love, you transform. Trust the change within, for it is the song that calls your soul back to peace. Angels, today I promise to release my grip on what I cannot change and instead allow myself to be changed by love. And it was such an interesting event yesterday after the meditation when I noticed those birds. And I talk to them. I can't whistle and I can't sing their song, but I send energy into each one and I tell them how much I appreciate their beauty, how much I appreciate them coming to keep me company as I sit outside in this beautiful paradise place and do my meditating. But it was so interesting to watch as they were curious. They were so curious about where that sound was coming from, and it wasn't a familiar sound that goes on in the morning time. And I'm thinking, we're like that, aren't we? We might hear something that we're not familiar with, or we might see something that's out of the norm. And what do? We're drawn to it. We have to go check it out. And sometimes we're like that little cardinal that was just turning its head side to side, trying to figure out how that sound was being made. Where was it coming from? Because there was no bird on the ground that was making it. And I love when animals do that, when you can see them trying to figure something out. It's kind of like dogs. I love it when dogs do that, when they look at you if you're saying something or if there's something going on, and all of a sudden they're turning their head like that's going to make them understand it better, right? It's just what they do. And so this little cardinal that was turning its head to the side, and then there was another one that just started turning side to side, trying to find the source of the sound. And it was just an interesting turn of events that made me stop and think about how we're not so different than those little birds on the ground. We're not so different than those frogs and those crickets that are out there singing their beautiful song. And yeah, we can be annoyed by it because it doesn't stop. It's all night long. As soon as it starts getting dark, they start doing what you're hearing out there. They start singing. And to me, it's joy. It's like they're praising the fact that they're alive and they're in this world and they're singing about it. That's what I get. I don't try to block out the noise. I don't put in earplugs to make it stop. I just enjoy it. And we can do that with anything in life, even things that have the potential to be irritating and frustrating. Hello, Susan Flo. Thank you for being with us. And Blue, there you are. It's today, Blue. And I'm so glad I have connection today to be able to come with you all. And it's a big day. Today's a big day because we've got the morning show. Then I have a meditation with Dr. Ruth Anderson, which we have changed the time on that for while I'm in Hawaii. So instead of 10 o'clock this morning, we'll be meditating and doing meditation excavation at 1:30 today, 1:30 Eastern time. So if you want to tune into that, That will be happening. And then later on at 7 p.m., we will work with Archangel Ariel, and be attuned to her energy. Jennifer, good morning to you. All right, it is our prayer day. So if you have anything that you need me to change on that prayer list, now is the time to let me know so I can go ahead and take care of that. Blue says, no wonder it's such a restful place. The bird song is probably in our DNA. Bird song makes us know we are safe. Yeah, I love the story or the passage from scripture that talks about how the birds don't worry. They don't fret over where their next meal is coming from or if they'll be taken care of. They just know. They have that inner knowing. So they can always sing joyfully and praise with every little chirp that comes out of them. And I'll try to capture some video of these little guys. They're so beautiful, especially the yellow finches. They decorate the lawn, and it looks like little flowers out in the yard when I look out, because they're just so bright and so amazing. And those Brazilian cardinals, I'd never seen one before, and their head is so bright red, and the rest of the body is, well, they have some different colors like whites and black and grays. But it's just amazing to see the wildlife here. And I remember when I asked you all, what would you like to experience while I'm here in Hawaii? What is something that you would like me to share with you? And somebody had said the birds, the flowers, which are also fantastic. So I'm trying to get in all the sights and sounds of Hawaii to share with you all. Oh, sweet Blue Jean, I certainly will. We'll lift Shadrach up. And so much love going that way and flowing to you as well, dear one. Okay, well, I'm going to pull up the prayer list then, and we will start focusing in on who we have on that list that we pray for every day. And let's look at our daily prayer that Deirdre offers up. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, the Coalition of the Willing, our troops, our United States, Billy, Paula, and safety from the storm. Thank you for that, Deirdre. We appreciate you every day coming in and shining the light on things that are important for us to lift up in prayer. Baby Gruff, I just got a smooch from a doggy. Thank you, Gruffy. I love you so much. And of course, our little Pocket and Raz. Thank you all for being there. All right, so let me get the prayer list up. It's going to take it a minute because I had revised it. So I've got to go get it now. And just a reminder that each name that I read from our list is a loved one or a loved animal or a beloved place in the world. So it's a list that we have developed together. And I'm just trying to remember. Oh, I wanted to add somebody onto the list, but I will do that after the show. But it's a friend of mine from Alaska. Her name is Mishi, and I've been in contact with Mishi for probably 10 or 11 years now, and she's going through some real difficult times right now. One of these days, I'm going to get up to Alaska to meet her. I know that I'm going to. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning, Hope. Oh, thank you, sweet one. Yes, I feel really good. And I feel safe, even though I know the storm's out there. I have no doubt that I'm safe. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what the noise was. There's dogs in the neighborhood that are upset about something. So if you hear a different sound than the frogs and the crickets, that's the dogs from the neighborhood. All right, so here we go with our prayer list. All right, these are the things we mentioned in the prayer that Deirdre shares. And we also pray for Prachetta, Prachir, and Goofy, Aunt Mina and Neil Navretti, Jasmine and family, Billy Hawkins and her family, especially her daughter Paula, who's going through so much right now, Sheila and Kevin and their family, my brother Gary, Cecil Boone and his family, Nola, Joanne Castrillo, her husband and their family, especially that little sweet baby Eris going through a lot, Dolores Cook, LZ, Elaine, Deirdre and Thump, Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adrielle, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne Millard and her family, Jacob, Marietta, and Ed out on the water. And I think she said they were able to start moving again up on the lake. Leo Harley and his family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jim, Ryan, Josie, and our sweet Rick. I feel Ricky with us. I think he's going to celebrate with us tomorrow for our anniversary. And Josie's mom, Mary, Tammy Williams, Meg, and Jim came through his surgery well. They wanted us to pass that word along. And Jean and Ron Lorio, I just had a conversation with our Auntie Jean, and she's doing so much better and grateful for all the prayers. Mary Lou Burdick and family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs and their family and fur babies, Fred, Rosalind Good Vibes, Jimmy Wright, Sally and Tony De La Rosa and the entire De La Rosa family, Stacy Phillips, Kathy and Bob Hand and family, Christina, Michael, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss and family, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and her family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and his family, Hope Wellington Marshall, her son and daughters and her parents, Carrie Baker, Andrea Gregg, and Sparkle, who's doing great, I think, still. The latest report we had is that was a miracle. Catherine, Annie Seven, and Grayson, and lifting up little Grayson, going through some challenges. Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her grandchildren and her sister, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah, Oksana and her mom and her family, Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul and their family, Beata and her daughter Juliana, Linda Lemieux, her sons and grandchildren, and her friend in Sarasota, and lifting up Linda's sisters as well. Stacy and Josh Lord and all of their family, John, Tatiana, Buster, Wayne, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Blue Jean and Dave, and all the fur babies, Pocket, Gruff, Raz, Wizzy Bee, Blue and Lulu, Dolly the horse, Rain the horse, that whole beautiful family that we love so much in Vermont. And we pray for Chance and Shasta the horse as well. Noel, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and Dylan and sweet little Max, Brooke's dad and Aunt Jeannie, and Dylan's father, Paul, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Lily Ann in Norway and all of her family, Kathleen Caputo, baby Wyatt and his mom, baby Haven and Mandy, baby Divine, Caden, Tinsley Rose, Kat, Candy and Pastor Bruce, Alba, Dottie and Don, Grace Isis and all of her family in Kenya, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Jeannie Aguilar and her grandson, Eric, Tammy Fisk and family, Rochelle Martinez and her mom Rose, Lori, Kelly, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family, and especially her sister-in-law Sharon, Jeannie's sister Merle, Deb Goldberg and family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and all their family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and family, Sherry Gatewood and Padama, Anaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Mary Crincoli and her family and friends in Florida, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Kenneth, Bobby, Monsi, Kamal, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Yuri, Scott, Mary, Joshua, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dyke, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Dido Clark and her son Harry, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and family, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Walter, Sue and grandchildren, Janie Stamler, Claudel Jackson, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Jerry, Michelle Landers and family, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Miles and Sarah, Joanne McCann New, Whitney, Jude Dalton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Julie Kiss and all of your family, Courtney, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Kompemans, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Yolanda, Sylvie Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes, and her mom Jewel, which we're getting some really good reports from Robin that Jewel is doing well, Joey, Terry, Solar and Maya, Leanne, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Marisol Soto, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal, Boris Softman, Jacqueline Carbajal, and David Riker, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Sylvie Barnes and Odd Barnes, Gun Ellen Sundahl, Maria Mitchinson, Higman Simpson, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia, Benedita, Rebecca Sewart Rickardson, Sonia Kay, Miles, Anjali Baha, Paula Graca, David Brett, Colleen, Dallin Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Brandy Chari, JT, Francis Nalvin, Shauna, Danielle Riveron and family, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Christine and Ed, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Catherine DeSanti and her sister Rose, Mary Jane in Vermont, Carol Caruso, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and family, Eric and John, Darlene Osei, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Daniel McGraw, Minner Brumley, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabrielle, Ina, Donna, Nancy, Bailey, Jacob, Mary, Kim Bevan, Gabby Forrester, Don B., his daughter and granddaughter, the Vega family, Laura, Lisa Capoli Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Adil, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amina, all areas of conflicts in our world and any area where there are abused individuals and groups. Ashley Miller, Alina, Susanna, Lana, Grace Anna, Kim Coles Ventnor, Shoshana Sabring, Stephen Keith LP, Adam Holmes, Bob Smith, Chris, Christina and Clint, Janine, Heather, Kim, Jennifer, Cassandra Brown Henry, Tim Smith, Jeanette and Eric, Rachel Warren and family, Mark Hunter, Pat, Ainsley Grace and her mom, Kathleen Viscomi, Betty, Judy Dorn, Kelly, Alma Jean, Jim Rashan and his father, Rebecca Abraxas, Dana Rados, Darlene Trainer, her husband, and all the fur babies, and Darlene's father, remembering him, Patricia, Jennifer Schwab and family, Steve Newman and Carol, Janet, Blue Sister Timmy, Margarita Estrada, Donna Sobel and her daughter Joanna, Soma, Christopher LZ, Emerson, Luisa Almeida, Patricia Torrenas, Don Baker and his family, especially his daughter Gia, Norman Ratner and Monica, Richard Scarborough, Richard James, Andre, Latrulia, Kathy's co-workers and supervisor, and especially Amanda and Mandy, Rose, Danica and Annette, Mike, Emmanuel from Zambia, Lucy's mom, Mary, Thandi Williams-Weiss, and Vanette Hilma Marcel Cocahoon, Justin Brown and family, James, Justina, Hans, Sherry Graham, the Wilk family, Ken and Tabitha, Susanna, Kelsey, Aunt Una, Max Smith, Jackie, Jeremiah, Noel Marshall and Bob Warner, Vinny, Dylan's Uncle Chris, Linda M., Martha, Shad Anderson, Joy, Holly Ann, Zita, Beiji, Ali, Bree, Stephen Hoskins, Tara, Soma, Ben, Pat, Dee Dee, Linda, Julie, Dana Benson and her kitty, Lauren, Olivia, Alex, Margie, Anne, Rio, Mark, Adam, Alexandria, and Lexi, Robin Miller, Jennifer Mitchell's family, Werner, Terry, Liz Eden and Serenity, Keith Leggett's family, Leah, Gina Marie Burrell, Janine, Rihanna Stowell and family, Kathy's brother Paul, Chloe's family, Bob P., Ricard, Rhea, Paisley, Yoli, Carrie Kiss, Bentley, Elijah, Tony Ventura, Susan Flo and family, Vicky, Alyssa, Paula, Carla, Lala, Allie, Linda's sister Martha, Joanne, anywhere there's floods and weather that's affecting an area, Arthur Peretti's family, sister and wife, Nell Kay, Michael Fanone, Ron Hall, the McKee family, Janine Burns, and Mila. So if you have others to add in, hold them in your heart as we lift these prayers up, everyone, lifting them up to the Creator and knowing in our hearts that they are heard. We release the prayers that we've laid before you now into your hands, knowing that your love surpasses all understanding. May we find peace in surrender, patience in waiting, and joy in receiving. Teach us to remain steadfast in hope and to look for the signs of your presence in all that unfolds. Thank you, Creator, for the blessings yet to come, the lessons we will learn, and the love that surrounds us always. And say this prayer with me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. And we bring all of this to our Creator, asking that each prayer be seen, heard, acknowledged, and answered for the best and highest good, touched by the divine, and miracles flowing in with each one. And so it is. Amen. And thank you. Om Shanti. May peace flow in our world. All right. We are back to you. And I see Brandy came in. Thank you for being here with us this morning, Brandy. All right. So if you have others to add to the prayer list, please do so. Please let me know what's going on and how to adjust the list. If there's someone to be updated on there, then let me know that. Good morning, Catherine. All right, so let me get our Leo taking us out of here for the morning and get on with our day. And I'll be back throughout the day. I'll be back at 1:30 Eastern Time to do a meditation with Dr. Ruth Anderson. And then later tonight at 7, I'll be on with our beautiful Archangel Ariel, bringing us blessings and attunements to her energy. So thank you for being here. Love on each other for a little bit, would you?
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go,
Come on, come on.
It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. Create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas in the pod.
Peas in the pod is us.
Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas in the pod.
Thank you, Deirdre. Aloha. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate those heart hugs.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas in the pod.
Thank you, I love you. Aren't those beautiful words? Say those every day to each other. And remember, there really is no secret. Ready to do that AAA dance? You simply accept, align, allow. AAA, y'all.
full of joy every day at 8. Just start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yeah. Morning cuppa full of joy every day at 8. Just start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yeah. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of full of joy.
I hope you have lots of love in your cup and lots of joy to brighten your day. Woo! Thank you, Leo, for that amazing song. And thank you, Peas, for your amazing love. I love you so much. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. And I'll be back later this afternoon at 1:30 to do meditation excavation. Come join with us. I love you so much. Aloha and mahalo for being here today. I will